So I'm going to do a quick rundown of the WTW4816FW3 in this case. There's previously been an FW and an FW2. It's the same washing machine, but it's been open in use for several years. I just got this one. There's a few things that are different from an old model Whirlpool, which is what we had for 16 years and it went kaput. So it's got a lot of knobs on it, and the thing I don't like about it is it's got the computer that runs a lot of stuff rather than just being a machine. So I actually unplugged this because if you don't have the water always on and this thing turns on by itself, which I actually Googled it to see if anyone had complained to that, and some people have said it turns on by itself. So I unplug it every time. I've used it a few times and I defaulted to the heavy soil level at the beginning, but it takes way too long. One cycle of the old Whirlpool took 20 minutes. This took an hour on the heavy. So I noticed in the book that basically it's just a longer wash time the higher you put that knob of soil level up. So I'm gonna try medium from now on. Hopefully it gets quicker. We run tap cold because we don't run hot water at all. So if you don't have hot water, put it to tap cold. And we're running cold wash because, again, we don't have hot water to this thing. If you do, you probably want a normal, and then you can pick, depending on the cycle chart that's in the manual, what knob you want to use if you have hot and cold water feeding it. Like I said, 2 rinses I tried. It took forever. I've put it down to 1 rinse. It still took forever. And then you have a choice of using a computer to sense the level of the water. The first time I ran it on deep water because it was a big load of clothes, and it took a long time. I've now moved it to auto sensing. So in the manual here, it says that it requires HE detergent, and the key is use non-HD detergent will likely result in longer cycle times, reduced rinsing performance, may also result in component malfunction, over time buildup of mold and mildew. So it looks like you don't have a choice, but you have to use HE. Also, it's got a lid lock, so when it's rotating, you can't open the lid, which I wouldn't be one of those people that do that, but I know there are some that want to open and check their clothes for some reason, like they ran away or something, I don't know. Yeah, so you can turn basically to page 3 through 9 in the manual. Discusses the heavy soil level for more wash time, which would be the heavy knob. I don't recommend it. I don't know how this thing could save energy running an hour long. When it cycles, we have a little light bulb up here, and when it cycles and agitates, it dims the light bulb up here, and my old washer did not used to do that, so I don't believe it's taking any less electricity than the other one. It's got all these progress lights. When you turn it on, when you push the start button, which you would think would start the thing, this leftmost sensing starts flashing. And I sat here, left it alone for about 20 minutes, came back and it was still flashing. And I thought, oh shoot, this thing doesn't work. But then I pushed the button the second time and then it started. And I've noticed that is the pattern, that one start push does not get it going. So if that happens to you, don't get afraid. Just push the button again and it should get going. Like I said, everything now is run with computers, so that's pretty much the breakdown of this thing. The cycle guide tells you all kinds of stuff, and almost every one of these is a combination of hot and cold water. The only one that really shows cold only is for rinsing swimsuits. So if you don't have hot water feed, just do like I said and put it on tap cold and cold wash, because really it's not going to draw any hot water anyway if you're not hooked up. So let's see what else is there anything in. It tells you how to wash it, but I mean pretty much it's typical. You got a fabric softener top piece that you could add to, but other than that it's pretty standard. But just understanding you have to push that button probably twice to get it going, and then it locks. And then that special detergent, HE.